All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the bishops at Great Millstone. I'm your brother, Rabbi Knapp, coming out with a lesson, Lord's will, satisfying to the Lord's elect. I'm just scrolling through X, man, and I just stumbled across this Joe Rogan piece of his show. I want to share it a couple days ago, whatever.
Like, imagine if I was running this podcast the exact same way out of England.
Not for long.
Yeah,
Not
I'd
for
get
long, you wouldn't
arrested. I'd get arrested. I saw they arrested a teacher because he refused to refer to one of his students as a they. And this is like his second infraction. And so they arrested him for failure to recognize a singular plural.
No, I don't know if he's joking, but in this time, I can see that happening. That's ridiculous.
Anya, nice to meet you. From Virgin, from Sambit.
I've been over a month
Oh my
ago.
God, I'm so proud. Thank you so much for your support of me.
By the way, I keep pushing as hard as I can.
I know, thank you so
I know.
much.
Sleepy Joe has reemerged saying he is working as hard as he can to secure more U.S. supports for Ukraine.
Dear Donald Trump, can we please make it so that American citizens can post bail for undocumented immigrants? Hear me out. If my neighbor, let's call him George, I know he's undocumented, he knows he's undocumented. Could I please put up a bail, $10,000? And that bail would say, in 5 years, if George has not committed any crimes, if George has, stayed gainfully employed, if George has done X, Y, and Z that the government lays out, I get my $10,000 back, and he gets his citizenship. Can I sponsor him? Can I post whatever you want to call it, a bond? The government could invest my $10,000 over the next 5 years while we wait for George to prove that he's, cool, and I can keep my friend here, or my neighbor here, or whoever it is, and the government can invest my money. George gets his citizenship, and everybody wins. Why would this be a problem? Can somebody poke holes in this for me? I'm sure I'm missing something, but I think it would be really cool. I think it would be really cool if we could, as American citizens, say, I want to sponsor this person. I want to vouch for this person. I know this dude. I know he's a good guy. I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is. Sorry, I'm making grilled cheese for my kid because she's homesick today. But anyway, I'm just thinking out loud today. Love you.
I love how she said she want to sponsor George, because that's how Esau looks at you. He looks at you like a fucking monkey. George the monkey. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up, man. But scriptures say that they shall seek to please the poor. They shall seek. Let's look that up. To please the poor. Because it ain't sitting right with them through the spirit, man, these things that are going on. Job 20, verse 10. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods. Okay, so that's what they're going to try to do, man, but it's too late for all of that, man. The poor is you Israelites. He's talking about the Edomites. They shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods. Let's look this up. In a multitude of ways. That's why they're protesting. That's why they're coming up against themselves, saying, no, we need to stop this. We need to share this. This is not right. That's them seeking to please the poor. As a matter of fact, let me grab this in Chat GPT. Chat GPT. I'm cursed at what it says. His children shall seek to. When judgment finally hits the wicked, their descendants will try to make peace with the people they oppressed. They will attempt to appease, serve, or humble themselves before the very ones they once afflicted. This lines up with the future prophecy of the heathen bowing and submitting to Israel when the Lord restores his people. It's especially with this word going out, especially when it gets tough out there. The scriptures say that just like during the Underground Railroad for Jake, they're gonna try to help you out, man. Scriptures say when a man's ways please the Lord. Let's grab that. Proverbs 16:7. It says, when a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. That's all they want, man. They want some form of peace. They want to feel like they understand this is wrong. You know, they're ashamed of their forefathers, and it's because of this word. All right, when they hear that Yahweh Shah is not a so-called white man and all of that cuts them deep down into their spirit. Okay, and that's why they're seeking to do these things, but you know, it's not gonna do anything, man. Judgment's still gonna be executed. You know, that's why the scriptures tell you in Lamentations 4:21, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. Yes, the best thing an Edomite could be doing right now is enjoying themselves. Every day. Don't waste a day not enjoying yourself. Go out, eat, go, live it up. Lamentations 4:21, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked. So you're going to be drinking the cup that we're drinking. Lamentations chapter 3, verse 66. Persecute and destroy them in anger from under the heavens of the Lord Yahweh. So persecute and destroy them. Okay, you different heathen nations. This is book of Lamentations chapter 2 and verse is it Lamentations 2 or is it Lamentations 1? Let me see. Yeah, Lamentations 1 verse 21. They have heard that I sighed. There is none to comfort me. All my enemies have heard of my trouble. They are glad that thou hast done it. Thou wilt bring the day that thou hast called, and they shall be like unto me. So the different situations that we've gone through as a people, they're going to be like that one day. They're going to be lamenting, and then we're going to be rejoicing. Okay? But that's them trying to seek to please the poor, man. Let me bail out George. George don't need you. George is going through captivity. Let's see what Laura Loomer's talking about. If you have more info about the organization and planning of the Qatar influencer trips, please contact me on my tip line. I don't know what she's talking about. Who cares? It was Daffy Duck. Opinion, Daffy Duck just declared total war on European red tape, and he's winning. He's not asking permission anymore. He's taking the continent by force. Who cares? Planet colonizer class rocket, yay. That would be Starship. Elon drops the label casually. Wow, planet colonizer class. While Starship stands there as the only rocket built to move populations, not payloads. What's this nigga talking about? This nigga Cash Patel.
You're going to see everything we found in that room in one way or another, be it through investigation, public trial, or disclosure to the Congress.
Oh, that's what the scriptures tell you. I don't know. I don't think he's lying, even though he was lying before. The scriptures tell you in the book of Luke, chapter 8, verse 17. He ain't lying. I agree with him. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. So he's basically saying what the Lord's saying. He's not really disclosing anything. It's really the Lord. Hold on. Alex Jones, this is my friend's is mainstream Islam. Exclusive video of Afghan National Muhammad Dawood Alozokai. No, I said that. Alakoze. Planning to mass murder Americans with a car bomb in Texas. Watch his fellow Muslims cheer him on and offer support. Dallas and Fort Worth were his targets. Muhammad was imported into America by the Biden regime under operation. Allies welcome. Democrats spent millions to bring Muhammad into Texas and resettle him. When asked if he's ashamed to be living in Texas, Muhammad said he is only there to kill as many Americans as he can. I want to kill everyone. Okay, so you are going to build a car bomb? Good for you. Where are you going to build your yellow cab bomb? I am going to make it here in America in Fort Worth. You are going to build a suicide bomb inside your taxi? I am building it, brother. Can anyone help me? I'm going to kill you if you're in Dallas. I am going to commit suicide. I am going to kill the infidels, ungrateful, violent murderers, incompatible with Western civilization. We need re-migration now. And it's funny how you weren't saying any of this before. You should have said this before a duck said something about it. This is how I know you Americans are full of shit. Okay? You're full of shit, man. Whatever they propagate on the news, that's your talking point. You don't think for yourself. This is why y'all are stupid. Idiots. But let's go with the mainstream media like you always do. I will commit suicide. Who has a problem with the Afghans? There is no problem. Where's your address? Where is it? Where are you going to commit suicide? I'm going to commit suicide here.
Dallas Fort Worth.
And you're going to kill the infidels as well. He said, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill your infidels. And I'm going to kill anyone who oppresses the Afghans. Taliban that came to that. And you know what? He's saying it calm face. He already dead. You know, he's saying it like he don't give a fuck, man. That's a whole different spirit right there, man. He's saying it like, man, like he's already gone. Why do you commit suicide in America? I'm a taxi driver, bro. I'm a sportsman. You said you were building a bomb inside the car. Wait a minute. You said you're building a suicide bomb in the car. Or in the house. Yes, I'm building it, brother. Where are you building it? I'm building it in the car. Why didn't you kill it? I have a question, young man. You're in Texas now. Don't you feel ashamed here? I do. I feel ashamed. I do. Why do you want to kill? I want to kill you. He talking to his own people. He said he want to kill you. I want to kill Capira. I want to kill everyone. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Don't help him, brother. Let him go. Okay, so you are going to make a car. Where are you going to make your yellow car? In America. I am going to make it here in America. I'm going to make it here in Fort Worth. And he asked them, why you ain't killing them? According to their doctrine, they should be killing all you infidels. That's in their doctrine. Let's look it up. Is it true that the Quran tells people to kill infidels? Non-believers wherever. See, you're supposed to kill them wherever. That's in the Muslim doctrine. They don't tell you that, but it's there. So I kind of don't blame Duck. I understand what he's doing, but at the same time, I know he's going to try to come around and wrap it around, bring it all the way back to Israel. I'm going to make it here in Port Worth. Good for you. You're going to make it in a car. I'm going to make it in a car. Not in a house. Is there anyone who can help you?
برشميكم
I'm telling you,
بورتام
I'm going to kill.
ريكوتا
If you're in Dallas
دالز هستی در
and you're killing
لوکیشن
Americans
امریکایی را میکشی و
and Muslims at the same location,
مسلمان ها را هم دیگه
بچشم
you don't give a fuck. You don't give two shits. Oh well. He don't give two shits, man. And that's the times we living in, man. That's the times we living in. Matthew 24. In verse number 12. Actually, I'll start at 10. Matthew 24 and 10. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another, and many false prophets shall arise, and shall deceive many. So we're seeing many people be offended. Okay, let's look this up. What does it mean that many people will be offended? Matthew 24 and 10. It means that during a time of great tribulation, many people who once identified with Christian faith will renounce it and turn against true believers. This falling away or apostasy will involve people betraying and hating one another, even within families. The verse suggests that those who fall away will actively turn against believers and hand them over to persecutors. Apostasy, hatred, apostates will not only betray but also hate true believers who were once their companions. This hatred can lead them to become fierce persecutors. So, getting offended at this word, man. Okay, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another, and many false prophets shall arise, and we're seeing the false prophets starting to come up. They've been here, but more and more. We're seeing it more and more and more, and shall deceive many. Okay, right now, the Genesis and priests of Doc and all of them, they've been teaching for years, man. What you're starting to see is that they're waxing worse and worse, man. And they got many followers. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if camps like IUIC been going off for a while, but there's gonna be more and more people going off. Even in Great Millstone, you know, people are gonna fall out and start teaching false doctrines, like we just had. I don't say we, but you know, a brother just fell out, and he talking about he's King David. That's a false prophet, man. Okay, so it can happen with anybody, is what I'm trying to say, and he probably gonna deceive somebody. The Lord got him on a mission. But this is the point, Matthew 24 and 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And iniquity's abounding, man. He don't even care, man. Okay? He didn't forget about all those wars that happened and all that time in Afghan. You know, he probably got family members that died, and it's just so much iniquity, man. So much. You know, and he's telling his other Muslim brothers, what the fuck y'all doing here, man? Over here comfortable. You know, according to what they believe in. But see, we don't believe in that bullshit, man. We were standing on Yahweh Shai. We understand according to the scriptures. We're not supposed to blow yourself up in Babylon is foolish when this place is going to be destroyed. All right? Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. So he's actually an infidel because he don't believe in the truth. He don't believe in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So he's unstable. He's unstable, man. Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. He don't have wisdom and knowledge. He don't know that he don't believe. He don't have any faith. You know? In Genesis to tell you that the heathen can be saved. The heathen don't want to be saved. They want to kill themselves. Why don't you go save him? Tell him that salvation's for him. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. He don't fear the Lord. The Lord ain't tell us to go do that. Make a taxi bomb and blow up everyone in Dallas. He didn't tell us to do that. German police dispersed a crowd of 25,000 to 30,000 protesters, including Antifa activists, who targeted an AFD youth conference on Saturday. Sometimes I don't know if that's even real, man. What's this? American found Waffle House menu from 2009.
They're not as bad. Bro, this is a Waffle House menu from 2009. An all-star meal was $5.99. $5.99. The $7.80 was crossed out because that was expensive. $7.80 was expensive. $5.99. That shit got you 2 eggs, 4 slices of toast, grits or hash brown, your choice of biscuit and gravy. I don't even think that they have biscuits and gravy anymore. You could add $1.25 for some coffee. Shit came with the fucking sausages. Bro, what? Dude, they had $1 menu? What is this? 2009. 2009. What the fuck is going on? No, honestly, I just can't stop looking at this fucking menu. 2009 Waffle House menu, man. 2009. Bacon quarter pounder cheeseburger, $6.10. $6.40. 99 cents. $10 for a pork chop. $10. $6.40. What? I don't even think. I think the only thing that's the most expensive thing is a pork chop for $10, bro. Are you serious right now? Where are we at in the world, bro? We're like an all-star meal today costs $13. That's without a tip. Look at this. Look at how big the menu is too, bro. Like, where the half of this shit go? Like, I don't know if y'all been to a Waffle House recently, but that shit is not the same. What the fuck happened? Oh, wait, inflation.
That's exactly what it is. I'm glad he said that. You got to go to Revelation, the 6th chapter, man. Revelation 6, in verse number 5. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, "Come and see." And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, "A measure of wheat for a penny." So a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. So a measure of wheat for a day's pay when you look at this word penny. Okay. Measure of wheat. When we read this, let's read this in the NLT. I think that's the better precept. Revelation 6, verse 6. And I heard a voice from among the 4 living beings say, "A loaf of wheat bread or 3 loaves of barley will cost a day's pay." And that's because of inflation. Okay, it's gonna be, that's for a loaf of wheat bread. So things are gonna, that's nothing what he's talking about now. It's expensive, definitely more expensive, but it's gonna get even, it's gonna be hyper inflated, okay? To the point where it's gonna be astronomical for the basic things. In the script, that's what the scriptures is talking about.
Of new immigration decisions, not only targeting people from Afghanistan, but also halting all asylum decisions until further vetting can be done.
The nonsense that the left gave us with this Operation Welcome Allies. Look, there was no vetting. If you think there was vetting, I have a bridge to sell you.
Also, now everyone needs to be vetted. They let so many people in here during the so-called Biden regime that everyone needs to be reevaluated, checked in, see if they belong here. And guess what? He's going to be the one to do it.
The Trump administration has now paused issuing visas for people traveling on Afghan passports, as well as stopped processing all immigration requests from the country. Now, the new directives do go beyond just Afghanistan. U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services announced that all asylum decisions will be put on hold until every single person is vetted and screened, while the status of green card...
Every single person is vetted and screened.
While the status of green
Hold
card...
on, let me see.
Until
Let's go
every
back.
single person is vetted and screened.
Ensure that every alien is vetted and screened. She said every single person.
All asylum decisions will be put on hold until every single person is vetted.
It doesn't say that. USCIS Director Joseph B. Eldo on the X post on November 28, 2025 says it right in front of you. She's reading it, right? And this is what I mean by this damn devil, man. You gotta when you listen, he be telling you, but you gotta have the eye salve to catch this devil, man. See, when you're working with the devil, all this be revealed to you, man. But look, it reads. I'll read it with you.
Decisions will be put on hold.
It says, let's go back. I want to see her get every single word out of this. See what she's fucking.
Announced that all asylum decisions. Services announced that all asylum decisions will be put on hold until every single person is.
So she's not reading this. I guess she's trying to quote it or whatever. But I don't know why she's got the post right here while she's talking like that. It says USCIS has halted all asylum decisions until we can ensure that every alien is vetted and screened to the maximum degree possible. The safety of the American people always comes first. That's what he said.
Services announced that all asylum decisions will be put on hold until every single person is vetted and screened, while the status of green card...
So while every single person is vetted and screened. That's not what he said.
Holders from 19 countries of concern will be re-examined.
So these 19 countries will be re-examined, including Cuba, Haiti, and Venezuela. Okay. Now it's going to show all these other countries, Sierra Leone too, Western Africa. All right. And how can you tell the difference between the Cuba, Haitian, the Venezuelan, and when he has, I forgot what it's called. Tom Homan said, I remember when ICE there was some discrepancy that you could use your own, what somebody looks like to determine if they're whatever you think they are. People are mixed up so much that to assume somebody is something is just, you just being a damn demon. So let's see how he's going to go about vetting all these people. If you think he's not going to be violating people's rights in doing this, you're a fool.
Now, today on the international front, President Trump posted on Truth Social warning airlines, pilots, as well as drug dealers that airspace over Venezuela is closed after more than 20 U.S. military strikes on...
Okay, so airspace over Venezuela is closed. So where are you going to go if you're from Venezuela if he decides to deport you? You might be going to the eastern part of Africa, I guess. I was going into this today. Let me go over here in the book of Jeremiah 51:9. I'll read it in NLT. We would have helped her if we could, but nothing can save her now. Let her go, abandon her, return now to your own land, for her punishment reaches to the heavens. It is so great it cannot be measured. There's so many sins this devil has committed, and he got to pay for them all. He got to pay for them all. Jeremiah 46, verse 16, he made many to fall, yea, one fell upon another, and they said, arise and let us go again to our own people and to the land of our nativity from the oppressing sword. And they're going to try to leave this oppressing sword, which is Esau. Jeremiah 46:21. Also her hired men are in the midst of her like fatted bullocks, for they also are turned back and fled away together. They did not stand because the day of their calamity on them in the time of their visitation. So they were comfortable. A lot of you Israelites are comfortable. Okay? But now you're going to leave because of the calamity that's upon you. Ultimately, it's that oppressing sword. In this context, it's talking about the Egyptians leaving. You know, they hired men to get them, you know, to fight their battles for them. But this also applies to you Israelites, man, a heathenistic mindset, thinking that Esau's going to take care of you. You came over here with that to get work, but then you got comfortable here, and this ain't the place for that, man. This ain't the place for that. Jeremiah 50, verse 16, cut off the sword from Babylon and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. For fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn everyone to his people, and they shall flee everyone to his own land. So this is that re-immigration, re-migration, or whatever, reverse migration. This is what we're starting to experience in Babylon. Look at that. Yep. That's a spirit right there, man. Flip the table upside down, man, on Thanksgiving Day. Oh no, watch the moment a New Jersey family's entire Thanksgiving dinner collapses in a dramatic video. Lord ain't messing. He don't care about your feast days, man. And you Jakes too. I got a couple articles. Amos 5 verse 21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy vows. But let judgment run down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream. So he ain't dealing with your feast. I despise your feast days, he says. Okay? Your Thanksgiving. He sent the Spirit to do that. There's no other reason why that needed to happen. Just days after Biden admin imported those two Afghan nationals, they were arrested on federal crimes in Wisconsin. Baharullah Nori raped a child. Muhammad Haram strangled his wife and threatened to send her back to Afghan so the Taliban could deal with her. Bugged out, man. This place is bugged the fuck out, man. President Duck posted this on Truth Social. Hopefully we will see a crackdown on Islam soon. We won't be able to meme ourselves out of the plague of Islam in America. And they're going to be saying the same thing with just insert name here. Okay? They're going to say the Israelites. All right? They're going to say the Israelites. Let's grab this in the book of Isaiah 29. And 29 and 20. 29, Isaiah 29 and 21. That make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing or not. So he gonna try to make a man an offender over a word. Oh, this is hate speech. This is anti-Semitic. This is that. And then try to punish you and get you, and try to get the famine of the word kicked off. Amos 8. And 11, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine into the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. So there you go. He's going to be taking his word off the street, and you're going to be stuck with what you know about the Bible, which is a whole bunch of lies. And that's not going to sustain you. It's not. You're going to be given over to the wrong thing, man. You're not going to be standing on the truth. But this, on the other hand, was perfectly fine. We all knew why. Craziness, man. Real disaster isn't the kids themselves. Let me look this up. As a matter of fact, I got another article here.
In New Jersey, another fire turned deadly. Two sisters in their 40s died when flames ripped through a home in Orange. It happened while they gathered with their family for Thanksgiving. The sisters helped their disabled father escape the flames, but they couldn't get out themselves.
Wow.
Here's Eyewitness News reporter Stefan Kim.
It was a Thanksgiving holiday family embrace, but not the kind loved ones wanted to gather for. Two sisters perished in a raging inferno in this home on Thanksgiving Day as family was celebrating the holiday. The sisters ran back into the burning home to rescue their father in a wheelchair. They saved him, but they never made it out. This man is their cousin. He says they helped raise him. He was planning to join them later in the evening.
These two women had big hearts. They were very deeply devoted to their families. And it's just a tragedy. I don't know how. I don't know how my aunt's going to deal with this. My uncle, I don't even know if he's aware of what's going on. He's in the hospital right now. He suffered from smoke inhalation.
He says their father suffers from dementia. 49-year-old Fleury was a Marine Corps veteran turned X-ray technician. 42-year-old Pojani Fleury was starting her own media company. They each leave behind the child. This neighbor is friends with one of those children.
This family's been here my entire life, as long as I've been here. They've always been good people. One of the daughters of the house, they used to babysit me when I was younger too, so I know that they're going through a lot right now.
But they are community persons. They are persons who we can look up to, who help seniors. Their parents grow them well. They are Christian persons. They are persons who depend upon. You can depend upon them. If they give you their word is good.
7 others escaped from this burning home here on Mosswood Avenue. The fire broke out around 5 p.m. last night. The cause of the fire is still under investigation.
We lost 2 good girls.
In Orange, Stefan Kim, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
You know, and you know, I was trying to go into Romans, the 14th chapter, to say, you know, people go into these situations. It's not that you can't go and eat with your family and stuff like this, but to gather on days like this, man, you know, the Lord, he despises your feast days, man. Well, I wouldn't want to be involved with anything he despises. You know, I mean, I'm sure there's a time where, you know, he gonna have mercy on you, but that time's running out, man. You know, this is the time that we're supposed to be taking the liberty to just serve him, man. And, you know, your spirit got to be right. Now, if somebody, no one, let me grab it. No one's innocent, man. We're all worthy of death. He saved the father. The father got dementia, man. And the Lord saved him, though, and he took the 2 daughters. Job 4, verse 7, remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where with a righteous cut off. So that also goes to show you that, you know, we got to fear the Lord, man. Now, one of her neighbors said that they were Christians, but what kind of Christian are you, man? You mainstream media Christian serving Esau Edom? Cesare Borgia, who we keep telling you was the devil? Or are you coming back to your nationality? Are you serving the Lord in truth and sincerity? You know, these questions need to be answered. And most of the time it's not that. You ain't serving the Lord. You're not putting the Lord first. You're not being obedient. And then when these things happen, everybody's surprised. I don't know why. Well, we understand why now. Because he told us. Isaiah 45, verse 7, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So he did that. I got another one. I was looking for these videos on Christmas Day, but you got to wait, you know, maybe a day or two for it to get to the news and stuff, so you can get some things that were happening to some Jakes, and this is another one.
We are getting some new information about a shooting that left a St. John the Baptist deputy dead and his brother now behind bars in Wagaman. That victim has been identified as Shaquille Guerin. WDSU reporter Shay O'Connor is live with what we know about this investigation now underway, Shay, and how the sheriff is remembering such a dedicated deputy.
Good afternoon to you, Elizabeth. Yeah, we're here near 30 Marigold Lane in Avondale, or in Westwego right now, where we're told that shooting happened on the street. We're also told that it happened during a Thanksgiving family gathering. At this time, we do not know the circumstances surrounding the shooting, but it apparently happened at the street right behind where I'm standing right now, Elizabeth. Now, we've learned the deputy who died was 35-year-old Shaquille Guerin. He had been a deputy with the St. John Sheriff's Office for about 8 years. Sheriff Mike Trigg with St. John described Guerin as a hard worker and optimist. We're told he had just left work when he came into this area yesterday. We're also told the suspect is Darius Guerin. Officials say he led Jefferson Parish Sheriff's officers on a chase to Lafitte before he was eventually stopped and arrested. They say he had a gun on him at the time. Now, St. John Sheriff Mike Trigg says the entire department is hurting and remembering his life in good spirit.
It says officials say he was killed by his brother.
Came to work every day, tough job, but he did it. And, you know, he was the eternal optimist. He always thought no matter what, the Saints would win the Super Bowl, even though we're not going to this year. But he remained positive in his professional life and his personal life. I mean, I'm gonna miss him. Trying to make all of this add up right now. To be killed in line of duty is one thing, but to be killed by a family member, I just can't make that. I can't accept that right now.
Unless you getting killed by your own brother, man. This is why, you know, it's not even worth going to celebrate these days, man. You got to be circumspect in this time, man. It be your own family that do it to you, too.
Such a sad situation, Elizabeth. We're told that.
Look at this lady. Same thing.
Guerin actually leaves behind a
Look, she got the
wife
piece,
and 3 kids. Also, his
Jesus. I'm trying to click it, but she got the Jesus piece right there. Something happened to her. I'm like, why is it happening to this, that, and the third? Because look what you believe in, man. There was a lady who got shot by a police officer. She said in Jesus' name and blah, blah, blah. The officer just bugged out and shot her. And the Lord put the spirit on him to do that.
Also, his family has a history of working in law enforcement, with his dad working with the St. James Sheriff's Office. I'll have much more on this at 4, 5, and 6. Reporting live from Jefferson Parish, Shay O'Connor, WDSU News.
It's out of her damn mind, man.
Here's what nobody's telling.
Shot by his own brother, man. Evil. Pure evil out there, man. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Okay, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. Okay, and what is the will of the Lord, man? This book of John chapter 6, verse 39. And this is the Father's will which have sent me, that of all which he have given me I should lose nothing, but should raise it up again at the last day. And this is like John 6, verse 40. And this is the will of him that sent me, that everyone which seeth the Son and believeth on him may have everlasting life, and I will raise him up at the last day. So you got to believe on him. Okay? That everyone which seeth the Son and believeth on him may have everlasting life. Not only you believe in Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, you believe in the false image, the false God. You're not believing in him as the scriptures have said. John 7, verse 38. He that believeth on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. So, as the scriptures have said. And what does the scripture say? Revelation 1, verse 14, his head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. That's as the scriptures have said. That's just one thing. But everything. The whole book. Whole book, man. Psalms 40 and 7. Then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. So this is how the Lord comes in the volume of the book. You gotta, as the scriptures have said, from beginning to end, including the Apocrypha. Hebrews 10, verse 7. Then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me to do thy will, O Yahweh. Okay, to do thy will. That's what he did. But you don't believe. What's this? The real disaster isn't the kids themselves. It's the children are being made to see Smartrich as a hero, a man whose entire legacy is built on violence and occupation. When a figure like that gets polished and presented as a role model to the next generation, you already know the problem isn't the child. The problem is the system that raised them. I don't know what that's talking about. No clue. Tens of thousands of unvetted Afghan aliens have terrorized Americans after the Biden admin flooded America with these terrorists. Zabihullah Muhammad, an Afghan national resettled in Montana, was charged with savagely raping teen girl just days after his arrival. That's what they're saying about the Somalis too. Saying they be doing that shit too. So they're gonna be cracking down on everybody, man. Should be cracking down on the people who sent them in here. 66% of welfare recipients in Germany are foreigners. Germany claimed they need foreigners due to low birth rates. Workers were needed to support pensions for older Germans, but 66% of them didn't bother to find a job and just came for free stuff. Strong winds hit a government office in Dubbo, New South Wales, smashing windows, panels. A storm swept across the. Who cares? Is that it? That's pretty much it. Watch as shoplifter attempting to flee was knocked out by a Coke bottle thrown by a store employee. He threw a Coke bottle at him and he knocked him out. Ah, man. Foolishness, man. What's this? FBI Director Kash Patel just said to expect actions in James Comey's case right after Thanksgiving. We have numerous options. We're executing on all those options, so we're not done. Comey's celebration may have been premature.
Because it's pending in terms of appellate status and what we are going to do for the next steps, the judicial process can make whatever determination it wants, but we, the FBI, and our partners at the DOJ have numerous options to proceed, and we're executing on all those options. So we're not done.
Any detail available?
I would say stay tuned for right after Thanksgiving, and you'll see multiple responses, in my opinion.
So you've initiated some cultural changes at the FBI. That's something that many people have talked about. Some people like it, some people don't. What would you say is the most?
America filed bankruptcy 6 years ago and is back to having 92,589 in debt.
$92,508. We filed bankruptcy 6 years ago and we're in debt again, and I want to go over what that debt is. The total amount of debt is $92,589. So we have two cars. One car is $19,812 and the other one is $21,404. And so that is a combined total of $41,216. Our credit cards between me and my husband are $32,715. And we have loans. I included like a firm, bread, which was our furniture. I included that in there. I even included our phones, you know, like when you go to Verizon and get like a phone and they put it into your monthly payment. I even included those. So all of that included is $18,618. We have multiple loans from Upstart and Upgrade. Oh, and Avant gave me a loan too. So yeah, $92,589.
You know what? But that's probably that's not the worst story I've heard. New York City, NYC leftists tried to block ICE but got pummeled in the street. Instead, dozens of mass protesters chained themselves together and laid down on Broadway traffic to stop an ICE bus. NYPD showed up in force, started dragging them out one by one in the human barricade. Lasted about 30 seconds before it turned into a pile of crying activists on the sidewalk. Nothing but confusion, man. Nothing but confusion. Re-immigration is this. When was this? 8 hours ago. Immigration and Nationality Act, Section 212. Whenever the president finds that the entry of any aliens or any class of aliens into the United States would be detrimental to the interests of the United States, he may by proclamation and for such period as he shall deem necessary, suspend the entry of all aliens or any class of aliens as immigrants or non-immigrants, or impose on the entry of aliens any restrictions he may deem to be appropriate. And I wonder what that is. Maduro has all but declared war on the United States. Get popcorn. This is going to be over after a few airstrikes. That's what you think. Maduro's through, man. He be praying to Jesus, so he's gonna die. He's gonna lose.
Taylor, you won't believe this. DHS is confirming that an Afghan national was arrested Tuesday after posting a video of himself on TikTok indicating he was building a bomb with an intended target of the Fort Worth area. Mohammed Dawood Al-Okazai is charged at the state level with making a terroristic threat. According to DHS, listen to this. He came to the United States as part of Operation Allies Welcome. So here you have it. This happened Tuesday. Texas Department of Public Safety. This is a second Afghan national, second one this week. Operation Allies Welcome. He had a terror plot. We know it comes the same week that deranged individual, that alleged assassin, took out two of our heroic National Guard, came here on the same program, Operation Allies Welcome, a program that we were assured time and time again by Mayorkas, by Jen Psaki, by Joe Biden himself was safe and secure. But here we have a second data point in 1 week that it was not safe, it was not secure. And we've got to look very hard at this program as President Trump is vowing to make change.
I'm on this. Lord's will, this was edifying. Shalom.